OverDrive continues, brought to you by FanDuel, bringing you everything from the opening line to the final score. What an hour we have. I cannot wait for it. We wait for this hour every single year. On the eve of the Masters, Augusta National, we make picks. We make picks, and we fire up picks. And we have lots of takes. We've got Steve Sands coming up from Augusta National, Laurence Applebaum of Golf Canada from Augusta National. I have an announcement that only really does something for me, quite frankly, that I'll get to a little bit later this hour as well. And we got picks, and we got some trivia, right? Noodles, you're going to be right in the middle of all this. And you've got some long shots that you want to throw out there.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to hearing what you've got. I want to hear what you've got. So, yeah, it's going to be a big hour, and it's been an awesome week. You know, the weather's been great down there. It's not supposed to be great tomorrow, though, specifically in the morning, raining a lot. But the coverage has been top-notch from our guys on TSN. I was watching ESPN today, and, of course, the Golf Channel NBC crushing it like they always do, and Sandsy just taking over the whole operation in the morning. Just absolutely running a clinic. Dominating down in Augusta. He's one of our favorites.
Down there.
He's Ovi. He's Ovi in his prime down there. Actually, he's an Ovi 30-goal scorer. Still a pretty good player, right? It doesn't matter, man. 65, 30. Here's Steve Sands of the Golf Channel. How's that sound, Sandsy? We're comparing you to Alex Ovechkin in his prime.
You guys done yet?
Come on, Sandsy. Ovi's hot. The Caps are hot, man.
That was a huge win last night. Big 2 points against Detroit last night. They're not hot. They sucked for about a week and a half. But yesterday was a big win.
Yeah, they needed that one, man. You think they get in, or what's your vibe here?
I don't know, man. They got 4 games left. They got Buffalo, the Islanders, Flyers. I don't know. Yes, I'm going to stay positive.
Okay.
Lingren's getting a little warm back there in net. OV's still staying, still hot. Tom Wilson's back from, another suspension. It's all he does is gets us back.
Yeah.
Such a good player. I wish he'd get rid of that nonsense, but he's such a good player. But what he did deserved more than 6 games, actually. I think he got lucky to get 6.
Yeah, it was a good whack, man. That was against the Leafs, Noah Gregor.
Just a casual slash to the side of the face. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. What's Austin Matthews now have 900 points this year?
Yeah, close to him, man. He's creeping on 70. He passed Ovi's best ever season. We had 66 last night. Ovi was 65.
Yeah, listen to you. You love saying that out loud to me. I mean, like, give me a break.
Yeah, I'm leaning into it, man. That's all we got right now, right? The Leafs are moving. And it's all good. And so what are we thinking, Sandsy? Is the weather the big story? Like, what are we anticipating tomorrow?
It is right now. The forecast Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is very good. So get this thing out of here tomorrow. Maybe get a little golf in tomorrow afternoon. That'd be great. Might not happen, though. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how much damage is done. The wind is going to be a crazy factor. It's supposed to be like 30, 40 mile per hour winds, 45 mile per hour gusts. It's like, whoa, they can't play in that. These greens are too undulating. The ball won't rest on the green in those kinds of winds.
Sandsy, what's the vibe like right now? I mean, there's just a lot of different things for Augusta National. You got the live guys, Rahm back. Tiger apparently says he can win, and he says that every Tuesday he shows up to a tournament. Apparently Greg Norman's wheeling around the golf course, bought a ticket. Just what's the overall vibe?
How about Norman buying a ticket? You got to be kidding me.
No, dude. That's like the drunk uncle that was told to go home and he just comes back.
Literally, what is that? What are you doing? I mean, come on. You're Greg Norman, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a weird deal. The vibe is cool. It's look, there's so many storylines coming into every Masters. This one's no different. Let's start with Tiger. Can he finish 72? Can he make the cut and finish 72? Let's say about Rory. He's trying to win the career Grand Slam, become the 6th guy to ever do it. Scottie's trying to win as the number 1 player in the world, same thing he did 2 years ago. John Rahm is a live guy. Wasn't contentious yesterday in the press building, but it was a little fever, in the room a little bit. So back and forth they go, and there's just a million storylines. Ludwig Oberg playing in a Ryder Cup, a PGA Tour winner, and he's playing for the first time ever at the Masters. That could be another one. Wyndham Clark is playing in the Masters for the first time in his life. He's the 4th-ranked player in the world. No one has ever been ranked higher when coming to the Masters for the first time. I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm saying it's just incredible that he's the 4th-ranked player in the world. And this is his first ever Masters. There are a lot of storylines to cover this week.
Well, let's go to the big one, Tiger. I love him more than anybody, Sandsy, but it seems like on Tuesday it's I want to win and I can win. And then you interview him walking off the green, missing the cut, and he says to you, well, Sandsy, I never play, and my back's screwed up, so what did you expect? So it can't be both. I always say it can't be both. So what is it?
Well, I mean, you got to love Tiger, but sometimes he wants his cake and eat it too. I mean, which is it? You know, can you play or can you not play? Do you have a chance or do you not? Are you
right.
ready to go or are you not? Can you go 72? If this weather forecast holds true, tomorrow he's supposed to play at 1:24 p.m. Eastern. If there's a delay, say in the morning, and they don't tee off till 1 o'clock, so there's a 5-hour delay. Okay? They're supposed to tee off at 8. Let's say there's a 5-hour delay. Well, that means he's going to tee off at 6:24. He's going to play for an hour before it gets dark, and then he's going to have to play about 30 holes tomorrow, you know? And that's a mess for him and his body. So if the weather doesn't cooperate tomorrow, I don't know about Tiger.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know what goes into the pairings and the times, but I'm pretty sure it was the same thing last year. He was late early last year, and he's late early again this year. And I'm curious your take on that. Should Augusta be protecting this guy and allow him to go early, late? He is Tiger Woods.
Well, you know, sometimes, look, Augusta can do whatever it wants, and it does do whatever it wants. What's interesting about Tiger, and sometimes Augusta does this, I'm not saying they do it all the time, but tee times are done on purpose to begin with, you know, regardless of what event it is. But at the Masters, they really are, because there's so few people in the event. It's not 156 players. There's only 89 here this week. So there's a little bit of thought that Tiger was put out late to help him. You know, the tee times are put out on Tuesday. So sometimes they manipulate the tee times for TV. Sometimes they manipulate them based on the weather here. Who knows? So maybe they thought, you know what, if Thursday is a washout, then he's just going to play his regular thing on Friday. Maybe they'll move to split tees and threes and play Friday morning, or maybe they'll do split tees and threes and go tomorrow afternoon, say 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and try to finish, you know, the first round sometime on Friday morning before everything gets back together, back on schedule. So it's tough to tell with Tiger, but late early, if the weather wasn't supposed to kick in tomorrow, late early is not good for him.
With Steve Sands of NBC and the Golf Channel, you know, there was a time, obviously, 20 years ago where it was Tiger versus the field, and
right.
No one was betting against Tiger, understandably, considering what he did 97, 01, 02, 05. Scheffler's not far off that in terms of the perception here. I think I saw Brandel Chambly of obviously NBC and Golf Channel saying the other day that he thinks if he putts, he could run away with this 7, 8, 9 strokes. Are you sensing Scheffler versus the field when you're at Augusta?
Yes. And here's why. First of all, he has experience here. He's won here. He's playing great. He should have been in a playoff at least in Houston 2 weeks ago. He won his previous 2 starts at Bay Hill and the Players. He is the best player in the world. He is coming in as the best player in the world. He's not just ranked number one. He's playing the best in the world. And I don't know, fellas. I mean, if his putter just gets into the microwave and warms up, let alone get hot, if he just gets a putter to wake up a little bit, he's going to be right there with another chance to win a green jacket. His ball striking is outrageously great right now. It's just amazing. He hits the ball on the screws every single time. If his putter cooperates, look out.
Mm-hmm. Sandsy, is there anybody else that maybe is flying under the radar that we should keep our eye on?
You know, there's always people. I talked about Ludwig Oberg, first time ever. Now, he's never played here. He's never played in a major, which is amazing. But he is coming here with a lot of confidence, playing well. Last guy to win first time here, 79, Fuzzy Zoeller, so it's been a long time. I don't know. I think Tyrrell Hatton's going to play well. I have no idea why. I just think Tyrrell Hatton is going to play well. I think Xander Schauffele, he's not crazy off the board, but he's not the favorite. I think Xander Schauffele is going to play well. I think Hideki is going to play well. He's not off the board. But if I was going to go off the board, I'd go Tyrrell Hatton and probably Ludwig Oberg.
Okay. Sanzi, whenever I have a discussion with my buddy, we talk about long shots this year. And I said, you know what? One of these years, Jordan Spieth's going to start rolling the rock again and putt his ass off at Augusta National and get it done. But watching this guy play golf is a circus sometimes. Like, he was in barbecues, the buildings in Texas. Like, his caddy must drink heavily. And I just don't understand with a player of that talent why he just doesn't focus on keeping it on the yard. Because when he's on the yard, he's awesome, but it's an adventure, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's as clumsy as if he's just all over the place, like spilling a Pepsi on a computer, say, while you're live on the air. I don't know if it's that bad, but
yeah, right. And you owe me a new MacBook, by the way. But anyway, go ahead.
What do you mean, me? What are we talking about? It's like Canadian currency over here. Give me a break over here. Right. You don't want to drop that Pepsi on your own computer. Did they give you a new computer?
No, Probably. It's in the mail.
Worked out. It
we'll
worked out.
Figure it out.
I love it. Look, Spieth is part entertaining to watch and part exhausting to watch. It's tiring to watch him. And you know the phrase, you guys know this because you guys do radio, but the phrase laying out. So on TV, what we want to do is we want to lay out to bring you guys and the audience inside the ropes. So let the caddy and the player talk. After hearing Greller and Spieth go back and forth,
it makes you want to drink.
It's exhausting. Like, literally, I mean, get me a Labatt's right now. Like, let's go. It's too much, man. But that's who he is, and that's what he is. And he needs to, like, either get it out or he needs an outlet or whatever. But it is, again, it's entertaining, but it's also exhausting. I don't know how he does it.
With Steve Sands at the Golf Channel live from Augusta, I saw you and your panel talking about McIlroy, I think it was yesterday, and referencing what Tiger had to say, where Tiger spoke matter-of-factly, like, hey, he's going to win it. He's going to win it. And that may actually not be beneficial to Rory because it just keeps putting more and more of a spotlight on him. And how he's changed up his routine every year. And it's clearly psychological because the way this guy can play golf, he probably should have 2 or 3 green jackets by now.
More.
But maybe more. And the truth is, the Masters gets highlighted because he needs that for the career slam. He hasn't won a major period in a long time. Long time. Yet he wins 5-6 tour events every year. He wins in the Middle East every year. Like, how do you spice this up? How is it different this year, if it is at all, in terms of the talking points when it comes to McIlroy?
Oh man, it's tough. He's trying everything he can. He's trying different things. He's trying to embrace the nerves. He's trying to fight the nerves. He's trying to talk about it. He's trying to not talk about it. He's got his family here. He doesn't have his family here. It's so brutal. Trying to win the Masters is hard enough. Trying to win the Masters for the career Grand Slam, how can you not let your mind, how does your mind not race? How do you not allow yourself to get ahead of yourself? It's impossible. So you just have to embrace it. And he's trying to figure it out. This is his 10th opportunity to win the career Grand Slam. If he wins it, it'd be the longest. The longest before him was 3 times. So it only has happened once here. That was Gene Sarazen in 1935. And no offense to the Squire, but 1935, the Masters wasn't the Masters. Right. It was started in 34. So it's not like, there was this incredible, crazy tradition going on. So, and I'm not discounting it. Gene Sarazen won the career Grand Slam. I'm just saying that the only person to win it here was Gene Sarazen, and that was 1935. To give you an idea how hard it is to win the career Grand Slam, Tiger won it at St. Andrews in 2000. That was his first attempt to win the Open for the career Grand Slam after winning the PGA in August of 1999. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, and then the U.S. Open in 2000. So he had a chance to win it, and he got it done in his first time. He's the first player to get the career Grand Slam since Jack in 66. this stuff just doesn't happen in this sport. So you can spin it any way you want. Rory McIlroy should be a Masters champion. Mm-hmm. He's good enough to win here. His game is good enough to win here, but it hasn't happened yet. And as for Tiger, what's he supposed to say when he's sitting up at the podium as a 5-time major champion, a 5-time Masters champion here at Augusta National with his good friend Rory? I don't know whether he believes he's going to win it or not. I really don't. But I know Tiger knows that Rory is good enough to win it. If he can allow his mind to just be at ease a little bit, I think Rory will be better off. And the other thing about Rory, fellas, last thing about him, he gets off to brutal starts here, man. He cannot get out of his own way at the start, and you just have to start well here. You really have to start well here more than any other major championship.
It's always great catching up with you. I know it's a busy week, Sansa. We really appreciate it, buddy, and we'll do it again soon. Go Caps, and thank you for this.
My pleasure, fellas. Good luck to those Leafs in the playoffs. If we make it, we're going to get bounced in the first round. You guys have a shot.
You know it, buddy.
All right.
We've lost so many times as a 1 to an 8. Yeah. Maybe it's our turn to be an 8 and beat the 1, but I don't know.
That's true. Maybe it reverses, man. Yeah, the hockey gods are. You never know what you're going to get. Very unpredictable. We'll see.
Know. We won a Stanley Cup. It's your guys' turn in Toronto. Come on,
there you go. Thank you, Sansi. We appreciate that. There he is, Steve Sands. You too, buddy. Steve Sands of the Golf Channel and NBC Sports. All right. Time has come. You ready for this? Because we're going to do a 5-pack of championship picks and then a Canadian, Tiger or Phil, and then a long shot, I think, to top 10 it. Long shot's got to be, at least 60 to 1, 65 to 1, like a reasonable long shot. Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe we can get a little bet here, a little Masters. Ooh, JP. Whoa. The OverDrive PGA picks brought to you by TaylorMade. Meet the all-new TP5, the softest 5-layer tour ball, and the TP5X, now a half club longer. Play the number 1 ball for you. Visit TaylorMadeGolf.ca to learn more. That's exactly what you and I play, the TP5. We love it. All right. Noodles, do you want to get this started? This is for the 5-pack. So we're going to have, I guess, a trivia question here. Whoever wins it gets the first pick, and then we snake back and forth. Then another trivia for the Canadian, another trivia for Tiger versus Phil, another trivia for the long shot. All right?
Okay. So you let me know. Okay, first trivia question.
Yes.
Tiger Woods is the youngest winner of the Masters, but who was the youngest 2-time winner?
Ooh.
I'm going to go Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer.
I will say Jose Maria Olazabal.
Both of you are wrong.
Okay.
Jack Nicklaus.
Yes.
Jack Nicklaus.
Why wouldn't I say Jack?
I should have said Jack. What am I doing? Jose Maria Olazabal.
That was awful. Jose Maria.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be something bold. All right. There you go. You got the first pick. Jack Nicklaus. How do I not take that? What an idiot.
Okay. So
anyway, go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Scottie Scheffler. Of
course. Scottie Scheffler.
Scottie Scheffler.
Yeah, good for you. Congratulations. Good pick.
Heavy, and you know what? Like, I would think outside the box, but he's just such a heavy favorite.
Yeah, he is the best player in the world right now.
Yeah. He could win the golf tournament with his B game. He could do it.
Yep, he could. Yeah. I'll take Brooks Koepka. Koepka, I think I don't love the fact that he's got a mallet right now. I don't care how he shot in Miami last week. That guy could not care less about a live tour event before the Masters. But he's a gamer. Having him on your team, it's never a bad decision. You know what he's capable of doing. I think it's been eaten at him what happened last year where he threw away the tournament. I could see redemption this weekend. I got Koepka with my first pick.
I'm going slam dunk at my number 2 slot. Rory McIlroy from Northern Ireland.
Wow. You're a believer.
I'm a believer. I just watched the way he hits the golf ball, and how does a guy that can hammer a 348-yard draw around those corners not have success? He's going to get it done.
Okay.
Rory McIlroy.
I'll take my boy Hideki Matsuyama with the
Dude,
second
come on,
pick.
the second pick.
Hideki
That's a bit
Matsuyama.
rich, isn't
I was
it?
watching. I was watching at the range today.
Dude, I was watching that too. He was in a bunker, and you saw him in the bunker, and that made you pick him?
I loved. You know why I loved him? His caddy was taking hacks. I'm like, the caddy's in good spirits. Decky's in good spirits. His statistics coming in are outstanding. He won at Riviera. That's always a precursor. He's won here before. Hideki Matsuyama with my second pick. Go ahead.
Jon Rahm.
Scheffler, Rory, and Rahm out of the gate. It's pretty outrageous.
you left Rahm sitting there for Decky?
I don't think he's going to win again. I don't think he's going back to back. 3 guys ever have done it.
Okay, but I'll take him over
doing it.
Decky.
No, Decky's. I like Decky more. I like Decky. That's why I took him. All right. This is where it gets dicey. I'm gonna take Spieth. This guy, he loves this course. He's won here before. He top 10s it basically every single year. So I think he's in contention. I'll take Spieth.
I'm going to go sideways here and go way off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Zaltz.
Wow.
Will
Billy
Zalatoris.
Broomstick Zalatoris.
Wow.
Billy Broomstick Zalatoris. He has a record in majors, dude. This guy is striping it right now, and he can perform in the majors. You cannot argue that.
No, he
cannot
does,
argue
man.
Billy
And at this
Zaltz.
course in particular, before he blew his back out, spinal, this guy, I think he T2, T3'd, like back-to-back years at
Billy
the Masters.
Zaltz.
Okay, you got Will Zalatoris. Okay.
Yeah.
I got to get a little bit greasy here. I'm going to take my guy. I think he'll top 10 it. I don't think he's going to win it, but I'll take Xander Schauffele. This guy, he's coming in. He checks a lot of boxes in terms of shots gained, in terms of the way he plays this course. He was in contention at the Players, and he couldn't close. He's not a closer, but I think he'll be in the running on Sunday. I'll take Xander. Is that
I'm going to
4
round
picks
out
each?
my I'm
one
going to
more for
round
you.
out my selection with a guy that's kind of been a little bit cold, but he's ready for the big moment. His name is Ludwig Ahlberg.
That was your long shot, Noodles? You were going Ludwig.
Dude,
Okay.
this guy is not a long shot guy.
He's on my list. I'll stroke him off my list, but it's funny because Sansi threw him out there, and I was like, "Oh, he's on
He's
my
a good
list." So
player,
then
man. He's a
he was
really
on.
good
He's
player.
on my main list, not my long shot
Okay.
list. So,
All right.
anyways, go ahead.
I'm going to take Wyndham Clark. I'll take Wyndham. I don't love that it's the first time playing here, but this guy's a machine, man. He's won tournaments. He finished T2 at the Arnie Palmer, T2 at the Players behind Scheffler. He won the U.S. Open last year. I'll take Wyndham Clark with my 5th pick. All right. I can't believe I didn't say Nicholas. Jose Maria. Oh,
Dude, I just got to say, if you
That's
put those
so
lists
stupid.
beside each other, like anyone in their right mind would say mine dominates.
I hear
You
what
go
you got Scheffler
Decky in the
Ramen.
2-hole. Decky
I like
in the
Decky.
2-hole, bro? Come on.
Decky, you've been watching the Golf Channel. You know Decky's trending towards being
You know
one
what?
of those guys.
First thing I noticed when I saw Decky on the range session
Yeah.
or whatever, I'm like, finally, you look nice, actually, clothing wise.
Oh, by Sunday it'll be yellow shirt, yellow
Yeah.
shoes. It'll be wild.
Yellow shoes. Yeah.
Okay, another trivia here for who gets the first pick at the Canadian.
Okay, let's see. Tiger Woods won by the largest margin of victory in 1997. How many strokes did he win by?
12. I'll say 12.
Well,
Go ahead.
Thanks a lot. I didn't know. I didn't know there was an order. I believe 12 is the correct answer. I'll say 10.
12 is the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, like I
Dude,
didn't
you
know
got
this was
Scheffler.
just
You could've
rapid.
said
You got
12.
Scheffler.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got Scheffler.
Okay, but should we have laid out like who gets to answer?
No,
first?
that's the
doesn't
way we'll
matter.
do it. That's the way we'll do it.
If you
First
spit
on
it
the-
out, spit it
Yeah,
out.
spit it
I
out,
said
spit it
Jose
out.
Maria Olazabal, okay?
You deserve it. You
Like,
deserve it.
Jose
That and
Maria
Decky, you deserve this. Go ahead.
Olazabal. I hate to do this to my boy because I love him. I love him. He's my guy. But I'm going to take Corey Connors.
You're an idiot. Nick Taylor all day long. You just gifted me.
I
This
love
list
Nick
is
Taylor.
turning into a clown
Dude, Connors
show.
is a top 10 lock here. Borderline lock. I think he's done it two
You
of the
are
last 3
fixated
years.
on Corey Connors. You've said this 10 times in
He's
the
my
last
guy,
month.
too,
He
man.
loves this course.
He loves the course. You know, it's a second shot course. He's a ball striker. He's a machine. I love Nick Taylor. Nick Taylor, I think, can win. If he's
I'm
in
going to
contention, I
DM
think
Nick
he can
Taylor
win.
and tell him that you didn't take him.
No,
and you
do
had the
not
chance.
do that, man. I love Nick Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, another trivia here for a Tiger versus
or
Phil.
Go ahead, Noodles.
Okay,
if it's about the
hold on.
97 Masters again, I'm quitting. Like,
Please, mix in something
mix
else.
in something else. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. How many top 5 finishes does Tiger Woods have at the Masters?
That's a good one, including wins, I'm assuming.
How many top 5 finishes
I'll
does
say
Tiger
8.
Woods have?
I'll say 8.
And
Okay,
it
he's
says
won
the
it-
closest guy wins.
Closest
the
guy
closest guy
wins.
to the number
Okay.
wins this.
He's won 5 times. He's got to have more than 8. I'll say
Okay.
11. I'll say 11.
Okay, you said 8 and
Yes.
Hayes said 11, right?
Yes.
It's 12.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I'll take Phil.
Oh, my God. Yes.
I'll take Phil.
This is a gifted list.
Now all of a sudden Tiger's your guy?
Dude, it doesn't
An hour
matter.
ago, you
I
said
can
Phil's a
flip
top
flop.
20 lock.
I can flip flop on my thoughts. Okay?
Okay.
I have my own personal
Now you
thoughts
love
on Tiger
Tiger.
that I
Tiger's
keep to
gonna play
myself.
30 holes
Don't
on
even
Friday.
worry about it. Don't
Okay.
even worry about
All
it.
right.
He's going to walk to the first tee, and the knee braces are going to come off. The knee braces are going to come off like Forrest Gump walking
All right.
down the first fairway.
Spinal.
Yeah.
All right, one more here for a long shot top 10. You got to be reasonable here, right, in terms of what constitutes a long shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Noodles.
So, in Tiger Woods' epic victory at the 2019 Masters, who were the 3 runner-ups?
I know them. Tommy Fleetwood, Brooks Koepka, and the little Italian stallion.
no, it wasn't. I got this. It was Cantlay, Koepka. It wasn't Molinari, I don't think. I think he fell off.
Why don't you look on the screen? Look up at the monitor instead of on your
Yeah, you
iPad.
think I would have AI in here?
I'm saying Koepka, Molinari, and who's the other one? Maybe Finau.
Okay, I'm saying Cantlay, Koepka, Molinari.
Okay, you both only got Koepka right. So if you can
Oh.
find one, and those other 2 didn't
Xander.
make it. So if you can find somebody else in there, then
Is he
you
correct with Xander?
win. He is correct with
Okay,
Xander.
he wins.
So then-
I got to give it to him.
Okay.
Okay, the other
Long-
guy was DJ.
Oh, unreal. There you go. Okay, long shot. I will go with Siwoo Kim. Siwoo to top 10. Siwoo Kim, long shot, top 10.
I'll go with J-Day, Jason Day. That's a kind of a long shot. He's not
It's a
like
middle
Yes.
shot. It's a middle
Come
shot.
on, dude.
It's a middle shot. But okay.
The way Max Homa's playing, as good a player as he is, he's a long shot to top 10.
Yeah.
He is.
All right, so you're going with J-Day and I'm going with Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. It's all in. It's all done.
We're going to add one more. There's 2 players right beside each other, and I'm going to gift you one.
Okay.
It's either Joaquin Neiman or Cam Smith. You can have one of the 2.
I'll take Neiman.
That was my guy.
Neiman's another guy you're looking at. Noodles, we're jamming you up here.
Okay.
That's all right,
I'll
though.
take
It's all right.
Neiman.
I still have other guys.
And he's got Cam Smith. So there's a live guy. There's a live component, like a side live. I like that.
That was intentional.
Okay, Noodles, do you have anyone, a couple guys you want to throw in?
Give us a couple
Well,
guys.
give us
Can
a couple guys.
can I do like a 5-pack
Yes.
just on the side type of thing?
Go.
So, Nick Dunlap.
Yes,
Young
I
kid.
like it. Amateur.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
pro now.
Great pick.
Russell Henley.
I love that.
Rusty.
I love that.
My guy, Rusty,
Okay.
with that bow-legged walk and the bad hairdo. I love him.
Okay. Dustin Johnson.
Yeah,
I'll throw
good
DJ
one.
in there. So there's 3. Did you guys choose? Nobody chose Homa, did they?
No, Homa's alive.
Okay.
He's
Go
yours.
ahead.
I'll take Homa. And then the 5th guy, it's ridiculous, but I laugh every time I say it, Patrick
I
Reed.
knew it,
wanted to
Patrick Reed.
cheat.
That's a good pick, dude.
I wanted to cheat.
He cheats. He'll
He'll
cheat his way to
tickle.
the-
He'll tickle around there.
Yeah.
Anyone out here in the Pine
Oh,
Straws?
there's a rock there?
Exactly.
Not anymore.
Great picks. I love
Those
it.
are my guys. So I was
Okay.
like researching them today.
Lock
and-
them in. Lock
Okay,
them in.
I'm in.
Noodles is in. Overdrive
All right.
PGA Picks brought to you by TaylorMade. Meet the all-new TP5, the softest 5-layer tour ball, and the TP5X, now a half club longer. Play the number 1 ball for you. Visit TaylorMadeGolf.ca to learn more. Back down to Augusta. Laurence Applebaum of Golf Canada will join us. Overdrive continues TSN 1050 and on TSN 2. All right, best bets coming up later in the hour. Raptors in action tonight. The Masters beginning tomorrow, but again, the weather's not looking great. I'm seeing the Masters tweet out that due to forecasted weather on Thursday, we have decided to delay all gate openings in the morning. So that would suggest they probably aren't going to play in the morning, or they're preparing not to play in the morning.
As nice as it is today, there's been a lot of weather delays there over the last 10 years, hasn't there been?
There has been.
I'm wondering if they ever look at that because they write their own ticket there. Is there a different date? Or because it seems like always there's been a lot of rain lately there.
There has. Last year it was a real kind of
it was a mess.
When Tiger won in 19, he finished at 1:30 in the afternoon. They went out early because the storm was coming in the afternoon.
Yeah.
They didn't get prime time for Tiger to win in 19. So, it's not looking great tomorrow, but it's supposed to be beautiful Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Laurence Applebaum of Golf Canada coming up. I'm going down. I haven't talked about it on the show. I'm very excited. I will be down at the Masters, first time ever. I know, you've been down there. How many times have you been?
I went 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row?
Yeah, I saw. I think Tiger won both times.
You're going down?
I'm going down. I am flying down Friday. I'll be back on the show on Monday.
Are you watching Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, I will be there Saturday and Sunday on the grounds. And
one of my favorite golf memories is walking up 18 at Augusta, and this golf ball started ricocheting through the woods and bouncing around, and it landed on 10 fairway, which is right beside it, heading the other way. And me and Brett Hedican walked up to it, and I looked down. It says Tiger on it. I went, what?
No way.
Dude,
so did you start doing the pushback of everyone?
I did.
Everyone move,
and
move?
His mom was right beside me. His mom. And I looked up in the air, and I'm like, I can play golf. I can hit a recovery shot. And I looked up, and I go, this guy's screwed. He grabbed some kind of 4-iron or something because it was way back. It hit and went way back. Mm-hmm. And he just hits this shot. And I get up to the green. It's impossible to follow this guy. And I see Tiger bend down to spot his ball, and it's a foot from the hole. And I looked at another patron, and I'm like, is this for par? And he said, no, it's birdie. So the shot that we saw him hit went a foot from the hole. I'm like, that is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's crazy, man.
Dude, it was insane.
Yeah, that's by all accounts. If you saw it up close and personal when he was in his prime, hitting shots that's why 18 at Glen Abbey maybe his most famous, right? Because he was his opponent was chasing him down. He was on the green looking to birdie, and Tiger hit that 6-iron out of the bunker. It's just gross what he's done throughout his career. And again, he'll be down there. He's teeing off tomorrow afternoon and then Friday morning. And again, I'm heading down Friday. I'm looking forward to it. But we've got a man on the line that's very familiar with it. He's a veteran. I'm sure he's been down there many times in the past. I know he has. And he's been down there all week. Here's our good buddy Laurence Applebaum of Golf Canada. How's it going down there, Laurence?
Well, it's, as they say, the greens are receptive. Augusta is receptive to Canadian visitors. There's a lot of Canadians down here so far this week.
That's a good sign. And the Canadian boys are out there playing too, right? We got a 4-pack, Weir, Hadwin, Connors, and Taylor. You're around the guys. I know you were kind of walking the course with them earlier this week. How are they all feeling?
Yeah, I think it's superb to see a 4-ball of the Canadians out there, and it's become kind of an annual tradition. I think very nice of Mike to always invite the Canadians that are in the field out for a practice round. And yesterday he had the 4 boys out in the morning. They played the front 9. I saw the pictures on that were across social, but it was just good to see Mike. He spent time with each guy. He's President's Cup captain as well, of course, as you guys know, and he spent time at each hole, with a different guy in a different spot, and seeing all the families and Canadians and people following them around. And then Weirzy and Corey played the back 9 together. And so, I'm sure it's childhood dreams coming true for these guys is, Mike taking them under his wing, and showing them some of the nuances of this golf course. So it's great to see, and it's great to have 4 Canadians in the field.
Laurence, how do you treat the Masters or majors with the Canadian players when you're on property? Is it something where you like to just do a check-in, a small stop and chat to see how everybody's doing, because they're so well taken care of at every venue. Like, what do you kind of think your role is with the Canadian players at the event, if any?
Yeah, I mean, mostly you're not in the way. You are seeing that. I think one of the guys, Adam, last night was talking about he hadn't been back since 2020, and it's his 4th time. So he feels like he hasn't been back in forever. So you're just trying to provide whatever accommodation that you can provide through their agent. They all have great agents. They all have great support networks. But whatever you can possibly provide and knowledge or insight into outside the ropes that you can do. And once in a while, there's a favor or a person that we might know from the industry that can help out in some small way. But truthfully, you let the athletes do what they're doing. This is for a lot of them, this is a super highlight of a year that has a couple highlights with the Olympics and President's Cup and RBC Canadian Open, of course. But I always think is you just support these professionals and what they're doing. They're all such amazing guys. And they, I really think they've got legitimate shots across the table here to win. So it's going to be an amazing Masters, I'm sure.
With Laurence Applebaum, CEO of Golf Canada, live from Augusta National. Again, 4 Canadians in the field. And you've referenced there what else is going on this year. You got the Olympics where, 2 players are going to end up in Paris representing the country. You got the President's Cup in Montreal. You got the RBC Canadian Open back in Hamilton. Rory's coming up. He'll be defending there. It's setting up for a pretty massive year for Canadian golf.
Yeah, it's super exciting to see, week in, week out, these guys are grinding, but they've got, they try and peak every year for certain events, and there's a bunch of them. Having these 4 guys here, the Olympic spot will qualify the 2 Canadians who are going to be on our Team Canada for Paris. It happens, mid-June, sort of after the RBC Canadian Open. So Nick's got a nice lead on all of them, but Adam and Corey are grinding for that 2nd spot, and Mackenzie's not far behind. So that's kind of thinking about Paris. And then they all continue to talk about President's Cup, which I think will be a generational event for all of us to see. To see a Canadian captain and maybe 3, maybe who knows, 4 Canadians playing. And, you guys have to have feet on the ground. You have to have feet on the ground somehow. And I know Jamie's booked his ticket already. I'm sure.
Yeah, Montreal. You won't see Noodles at the course, but he'll be in Montreal.
I'll be there. I'll meet you guys on what is it, Front Street, or what's the
St. Laurent or St. Catharines or something.
St. Catharines. We'll meet you on the street after, though. You know that, Laurence.
Okay. But I think with these guys are really looking forward to Hamilton, and we haven't had OverDrive TSN on the rink hole back in 2019. So a return for you fellas. Hamilton will be a spectacle. You might have seen we announced the first of our concert series at the RBC Canadian Open. We're having an amazing Canadian band. Did you guys see it already, Hazy?
No, go ahead. Give us the details.
Well, we're going with a Canadian band on Friday night, and then we're going with a different band on Saturday night that I don't want to release too early.
Okay.
Are you sure you guys didn't hear it at all? You didn't see it?
I heard Our Lady Peace.
I thought I saw it. Our Lady Peace, isn't it?
So Our Lady Peace will be headlining on Friday night. Amazing band. On site, we're going to fill up the place. And then, as you guys said, to see Rory coming back, Nick defending, we're about to announce some really exciting players that will also be joining the field. And then, O-Dog, we need you at Media Day. We definitely need you at Media Day testing the course. I'm officially inviting you right now, Jeff. I need to see you playing the track in the next couple of weeks, okay?
Well, I've lost a bunch of weight, buddy, so walking is not a problem. I don't care. I can even carry my own bag. I don't need a caddy. I don't know. Maybe me and Hazy B can figure something out. But, Laurence, before we get you out of here, I need you to confirm one thing for me. Hazy has said 14 times in the last 2 weeks that Corey Connors loves Augusta National. and he is dialed in to excel there this week. Can you confirm his love for the course and feeling confident and comfortable at Augusta National?
Yeah, I think a couple things. One, I know Nick Taylor's Hayes' guy, and there's a relationship there which goes back. But Corey, look, he's 3 top 10s. He's 3 top 10s in the last 3 times he's played. He's an elite ball striker, as you guys have talked about. I saw I had a shot yesterday on 4, Jeff, that was so on the screws. He hit it, and then he actually smiled, which Corey doesn't give these little grins too often after he hits it, but he's hitting it so pure. So I gotta, agree with Brian. I mean, I think Corey is an amazing choice to play really well this weekend. And I wouldn't, funny enough, I wouldn't count Adam out. He's got an amazing pairing with Fred Couples for Thursday and Friday. But it's going to be a great weekend. I hope we just get a great start and ease into the weekend.
Let me guess where that pin was on 4. If I know Corey's ball flight, it was a back left pin. Without being there, that's my assumption. Back left pin, Laurence?
It was middle of the green. Middle of the green, but you're not so far away.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's going to be a blast. I might break my own rule and rock the golf shoes, walking a golf shoe guy. I don't know. I might.
Dude, I swear to God, if I get a pic of that, it's over.
Okay, I won't. Yeah. Then I can't do it. But yeah, I won't. I'm not golf glove guy. I'm not bringing the radar. But it's going to be wild. I'm looking forward to getting down there. I know you're moving and shaking. You had a bunch of Canadians over last night. What do you got cooking tonight down there?
Tonight is it's a dinner at the golf club. So it's not a bad place to go. They're a wonderful host for all the nations from around the world who are supporting golf, and they put Canada at the top of their list because they know we're the highest per capita golfers in the world. We play our hearts out all year, and the game is doing so well in the country. So it's nice to be on that property, and very fortunate to be around and seeing all the Canadians out supporting our fellas. So it'll be a great week.
Awesome. All right, pal. I'll see you in a couple of days. Thank you for doing this as always.
Great to hear you guys, and thanks for the hour of golf. Keep it going.
You got it. There's Laurence Applebaum, the CEO of Golf Canada. That sounded like he's basically walking down Magnolia Lane tonight, going for dinner. That sounds like a pretty decent invitation.
Going to Augusta for dinner. Love it.
That would be pretty incredible. All right, we'll come back. We'll get to our best bets. We'll try to update you on what's going on tomorrow down there. I will say, were you watching Tom Kim, like the Golf Channel? I think it was Golf Channel, might have been ESPN, did him dirty. He was out playing a practice round with Sam Burns and Scottie Scheffler, and they were playing 13. Scheffler and Burns were like 30 yards ahead of him off the tee, and he hit like a Scud missile into the creek. And then Burns and Scheffler put theirs within like 10 feet. And I'm like, why do you have to do that to Tom Kim?
Oh, yeah? I got one worse. That old Benny Crenshaw was on the range, and they had the camera, and he looked like he might have been hungover, and he absolutely folded the sod over. And Rich Lerner was like, "Oh, I felt bad for Benny. It did him dirty."
Yeah, that's uncalled for. That's uncalled for. All right, best bets coming up. Overdrive continues. TSN 1050 and on the TSN app. All right, today's best bets are powered by FanDuel. Make your picks and assemble a same-game parlay in seconds on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Looking at the NHL tonight, Canucks, Coyotes, Canucks, Salt Lake City. I got the Canucks big by 2+ tonight. Goal, yes, goal in the first 10 minutes. I'm on that, and I'm leaning under Edmonton, Vegas. I don't think 97 is going to play. I think it's going to have a playoff atmosphere tonight. The total 6.5. I'll go with the under. Today's best bets are powered by FanDuel. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and find thousands of ways to play. Please play responsibly. 19+, physically located in Ontario. I haven't seen anything on McDavid, but they I think they play at 6:30 local time tonight, 8:30 Eastern. So yeah, we'll see if McDavid goes. You see Giannis last night. That looked like he had blown his Achilles out. He didn't. His Achilles is fine. It looks like a calf strain, but who knows how long he'll be out.
Doc Rivers had some sweat on his forehead for that one.
Big time. Big time. And the Jays lost 5-1 today in extras. They gave up 4 in the 10th inning, but they had a chance at a sweep. They had a chance.
Well, Bo came alive.
Yeah, he did.
For him.
Yeah, he came alive the last couple of games. That's just a matter of time. Like, Bichette's going to hit, man. He's too good of a player. He's in his prime. He's healthy. He'll be fine. Vladdy will be fine, over the course of the year. It's everyone else that's just got to augment the two of them. You do that. You do some augmenting, you'll be fine.
Never again.
You'll
Banned
be
from the
fine.
show. Never again.
All right, this time tomorrow we'll be hopefully well into the first round of the Masters. I don't know. I mean, they're not likely playing in the morning, so there's going to be delays. Tiger might have to play 36 on Friday. If that's the case.
That in itself, he's cooked.
Yeah. I feel that's just such a disservice to the game. But what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. The weather's the weather. It is what it is. And, of course, that's on TSN starting tomorrow. All right. Been a fun one today. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes for helping out. We appreciate it. Everyone for tuning in. TV, radio, podcast, web, we appreciate that. We're out of here. Enjoy your evenings. Enjoy the games tonight. We're back tomorrow at...
Patrick Reed, I'm going to be watching you, you cheating bastard. I know what you
It's
do
my
in the
guy.
woods.
Noodles guy.
My guy.
4 p.m.
We'll chat then.